Welcome. This is day 3 officially of the 5-day cleanse. Hope you're all doing well. I know some of you have done many more days ahead of this, fantastic, and I'm so happy to hear. I'm so happy when I see success results, when I see people driving through. Because let's be honest, this is it takes quite a bit of fortitude, respect, and love for yourself to accomplish this. So even if it's 1 day, 2 days, it's something. It's a great accomplishment. So I'm very proud of all of you doing what you do, and I'm excited that I created this group, and excited that everyone is on board and doing their work. But please remember, if you do, don't feel shy. Share your successes, okay? It doesn't matter what it is. Share your successes because it helps so many people, okay? And when you help people, you're helping yourself. That's how it works. When you seek others' benefits, you seek your benefit for yourself. It's kind of like this is how life goes. So it's great to be selfless in sharing your results, share your successes, because somebody is watching, but it hasn't made a move because he is not sure. He wants assurance that he or she will do very well. So it's very important that you do give as much as possible to the group in terms of sharing your results. Okay. So yeah, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm going to give a few minutes for people to come on. Okay, but let me talk about a topic perhaps that many people I've been questioning. So a lot of people say that when they go on Guatemalan cleanse, some people get cramping, okay? And it's common. So this cramping, you have to understand why cramping will happen. Cramping is actually a neurological issue if you look at it at the core. And also when the stomach is not cannot handle the watermelon, this cramping can occur. But so it's cramping stomach and cramping muscles. They both have neurological components, so it really indicates that your adrenals are to the weaker side. Because when it comes to the neurological system, you have to address 3 areas always: the solar plexus, the adrenals, okay, and the back of your head. So you want to make sure that there's no excess mucus in the back of the head. So clean your sinuses always, and clean your gut. Do enemas. Use herbs for the gut. We have it on our website called bowel strength tincture. It cleans your bowels, okay? You should not be constipated. If you're constipated on a watermelon only cleanse, it's possible and it can happen for many reasons. Number one, when the body is repairing itself and it wants to repair that area, it will shut things off temporarily. Number two, you're not eating a lot of fiber. So if you're juicing a lot of the watermelon, but you're not eating a lot of fiber, you can have that. In fact, watermelon has fiber in there, but not a lot. So if you don't have bowel movements, it's normal for the five days. You can want to use enemas to get you some relief, okay? So low energy is the next one. People don't have low energy. If you have low energy, it's your adrenals. On my website, I have something called energy. It contains the 3 ginsengs: Chinese ginseng, Siberian ginseng, American ginseng, and licorice roots. These are fantastic for energy. Okay, they spark your adrenals, so to speak. And if you have licorice tea, you can have licorice tea. Okay, don't use licorice tea if you have high blood pressure. There's nothing wrong with it, but people tend to, out of caution, just don't use it. So, but the 3 ginsengs are fantastic for energy. Okay, and in fact, I never use the energy tincture past 6 o'clock because you'll be full of energy. Now, when I say energy, it's not like drinking a cup of orange juice. It's a subtle kind of energy. You're actually trying to repair your adrenal glands to have that kind of consistent energy levels. Okay, so it's important that I addressed it. I hope nobody missed it. Okay, so the energy levels, you want to work on your adrenals, so use licorice tea, use the energy tincture on our website. It has 3 ginsengs in the licorice root. Okay, for the cramping, if it's stomach cramping, the watermelon may be too strong for you. It may be. If it continues and you cannot get rid of it, then you might want to stop the watermelon cleanse, okay, because your body can't handle it. Remember that watermelon is very deceiving because it's very sweet, and we think it's sweet, delicious, so it's not aggressive, but it's one of the greatest healers you can use when it comes to cleansing the body. Okay, and if you put it in your body, sometimes your body is not ready to accept the watermelon yet, you can have cramping in the stomach. If you have cramping of the muscles, it's neurological. Okay, it's always neurological. Muscular issues, neurological, has a component of a neurological component. So we always want to take care of the adrenals, always adrenals. The bowels, clean the bowels, make sure you're not constipated, and use the bowel strength tincture, and also clean the sinuses because the head houses nerves that control your nervous system as well. So I covered the 3 parts. Okay, so this is the major concerns people face: cramping, if you get bloating, the same thing. Bloating would be your pancreas. You have a weak pancreas, but again, same thing applies. You may not be strong enough to take the watermelon. Okay, watermelon is very, very strong. I can't stop saying that because people think that it's sweet and delicious, but it has something in there. Watermelon has something called lycopene in there, which is fantastic for It's anti-inflammatory, and also many studies show it can help fight tumors as well. Okay, so it's very powerful. My point is, you're using one of the most powerful fruits on the planet to heal yourself. In fact, if you really have a condition you need to take care of, going on extended watermelon cleanse is something that I would suggest normally. Day 4 on Going Strong. Oh, Coley, well done, well done. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, that's fantastic. Is it normal that you passed in your own bowel movements the seeds, and if yes, better to crush them? So like, I just covered it, but I'll go over again because it's important, okay? But if you see any kind of food in your stool, it simply means that you're not digesting the food properly. Watermelon, for some people, they often see the parts in your stool. It's not. I wouldn't be concerned about it, okay? But I would take steps to fix it, because generally speaking, when you consume food, you're supposed to break it down. Even the parts that are not breakable, the body will spit it out, like corn is a good example. So if you have pieces of watermelon in your stool or seeds, the body is not breaking it down. So I would crush the seeds, absolutely. That's why I like dried seeds, because you can put it into a coffee grinder, if you have a coffee grinding, small machines, and grind the seeds into powder and put it on like a teaspoon of water and drink it, right? That's what I would do. So yeah, generally speaking, if you have undigested stuff in your stool, it means your pancreas is weak, your stomach acids are not as strong, and you can fix your liver and pancreas, because liver has a part to play in the digestive process. Okay. So yeah, so you guys, if you have any questions, I'll keep it short. So if I don't see questions coming up, I just came in here like I promised to answer questions for you. Okay. If I don't have any questions, I'll probably jump onto Instagram and do a live there for people as well. So I'll give you a few minutes to see if you have any questions. Anything provided is related to the cleanse or detox, please let me know. Okay. So I think what I just saw. Oh, pets. Yes, pets love watermelon. So if you have a dog that you wanted to get better, I would give him watermelon. It's fantastic, actually. Watermelon is absolutely fantastic for dogs. Dogs, generally speaking, love it. Okay, and they'll finish a whole watermelon right in front of you. And it's a way of cleansing their system. So if you have a pet, a dog that's not feeling too well, you want to put them on a watermelon cleanse, a partial watermelon cleanse, some boiled meat, fairly boiled, small pieces of it, meat in there, and a lot of veggies, never use grains for dogs. Okay. Never. And you can give the same herbs for humans, you can give to the dogs as well, especially kidney ones. And dogs usually have weak kidneys, so you always want to address the kidneys for your dog. Why is headache so bad that I can't open my eyes? Rosie, if the detox symptom, let's call it healing crisis, is too much for you, don't feel shy to break it, okay? Because this cleanse is all within your ability. My group, I never force people. I never tell people to do this, even though it's a 5-day cleanse. You can do however many days you can able to. There's no point to force yourself. If it's too much for you, then you break the cleanse, have some steamed veggies and some salad. It should go away. This is a cleansing process. And when you're cleansing and dislodging toxins and chemicals, it's expressed as this cold and flu-like symptoms and headaches. Okay? And this is the mild version. So it makes me wonder that, you must have a lot of stuff in you that needs to come out, because usually the headaches are tough, but not to the point where you can't open your eyes. Okay, unless you already have some headache issues or migraine issues, but detox headaches are usually not as severe that you cannot open your eyes. Okay, if that's the case, I would break it or slow it down, slow the cleanse down. Okay. My stool is red with mucus. So there's a difference between red stool from blood and red stool from the food you're eating. If you eat beets and watermelon, your stool can be red. Just pay attention to it, because red stool in general is not good. Okay, that's from blood when you're bleeding, not from when you're eating beets or when you're eating watermelon. So let's double check on that. Okay, why? Okay, so I covered the headache. What about feeling nausea? Nausea, okay, yeah, nausea can occur as well. And again, it's the same thing. It's a detox symptom. It's a strength of the watermelon moving toxins, etc., and that can cause nausea. Nausea can also be caused by blood sugar fluctuations as well. But usually on a cleanse like this, because you're on watermelon only, your blood sugar tends to drop. So I would just check on that. And if it's too much for you, like I always say, if it's too much for you, end it. Okay, do only 1 day or 2 days and end it, and then maybe start again a day later after a break. Do not force yourself. This is not about ego. Very, very important. Don't let your ego get in the way. Okay, all within your abilities. Okay. Oh, so Princess says, love it, going well, feeling well. Yeah, it's fantastic, really. When you go a few days on the melons, you realize that you don't need all that bulky food to hold you down. And then when you go back to bulky food, you realize that you feel better on the watermelon and fruit. So you tend to go back more. So what happens is when you do this kind of cleanse, which is one of my major goals, is that I want to give people a taste of the fruits and herb program, just to get them to feel what is possible. Okay, because some people will have much bigger issues to resolve and they need to go on a longer cleanse, but at least 5 days gives you a taste to indicate that yes, you can do this. It gives you self-respect, self-love, and self-esteem, because if you can accomplish this, you feel good about yourself, and it builds your self-esteem. Okay. So yeah, okay, I covered that. Okay, I want to make sure I cover everything. Just got my herbs and tinctures. Yes, so go all out, Coley. Go all out. Use the herbs and stick with the fruits. You see the difference, really. Okay, the herbs always, as I always mention to you, you want the fabulous fiber, the very bare minimum, and you want the kidney tea. And why? Because fabulous fiber contains herbs for the kidneys, adrenals, lymph system, stomach, and bowels, and you want an extra push with the kidneys. Okay, so I always kidney tea. That's why I always recommend those. Sometimes I crave hot and crunchy. What should I do? On this 5-day cleanse, preferably you don't cave in. Okay, Lisa. That's all I can say. If it was a 20-day or 30-day cleanse and you really had to break it and want something crunchy, then I'll have some veggies, like the veggie fruits like cucumber, celery. If you didn't want to break the cleanse, if you want to break the cleanse, then you go alkaline vegan. Okay, so the craving something hot. Yeah, I get it. You can have like what really does for the hot craving is to use teas. Okay, because it's hot. If something hot hits your mouth, you feel good. It's a tease and it's beneficial. So I would use the teas. The crunchiness though, fruits are crunchy. But if you need, I will go on the veggie fruits. Okay. So Max says very dizzy walking into walls. So Max, I would break the detox in that case. Okay. Don't push it. Don't push it too long. If you do within your abilities. So eat until full. Yes, you want to eat until you're not stuffed. Okay, this is perfect, not stuffed, never stuffed. You don't overeat. Remember that detoxification is an emptying process, meaning that we're not trying to put more in the body. We're trying to really eliminate excess waste, and stuffing your mouth full of food, especially when it's high, especially when the watermelon, you don't need to stuff a lot because it has a lot of nutrients in there. It's hydrating, so you don't need to stuff yourself. It must be psychological that you want to stuff your mouth full of food, and it's not only you. Many people are like that because we eat starchy foods, proteins and starches, and these foods are bulky but very low in nutrients, so we need a lot of it. So when we come to a cleanse like this, and you're eating 2 cups of watermelon, in your mind you're thinking, oh, it's not enough, but it's more than enough, and it's definitely far superior than eating the protein and starches. Okay. So remember, this is a 5-day cleanse, but do what you can. Don't force yourself. Upper right quadrant pain after consumption. I covered that. That potentially speaking could be upper right quadrant. It could be your what's it called? Pancreas is not working properly. Can cause bloating, gas, etc. Can cause this to happen. Okay, so do some enemas and see if it gives you relief. If it persists, though, you might need to get off the watermelon. Watermelon is too strong for some people. And you might want to graduate, go on the mixed fruit diet, and build up to watermelon. If you do that, you realize that if you go on a mixed fruit diet and build up to a watermelon cleanse, you will not have any of these effects because the mixed fruit diet provides much more fiber and it's slower than a mono fruit cleanse. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for kind words, guys. Thank you. Okay, so drink lemon. Is it okay to drink lemon juice? Technically speaking, it's a watermelon only cleanse, but if you must, you can. Okay, lemon water is fine. Freshly squeezed is fine. It's not going to harm anything. And lemon is actually a very aggressive cleanser. So yes, you can do it. Although because the theme of the page is called watermelon detox, I like to keep it watermelon only. But you can add lime. You can add mint in there. Okay, like crush some mint, and you can add lime and lemon and mint. Sorry. Okay. Can I take all the tinctures together? I have ones from Dr. Moore's. Yes, you can. You can take them all together. Okay, let's see. Does the watermelon seed spoil? It spoils if it's fresh and you don't store it properly, or if you don't dry it. That's why I always say dried. You can actually use the fresh seeds to make tea. You just crush it. But I always say dry it and grind it because then you can store it for a long time. If you dehydrate it and there's no moisture in there, it will last you months. Okay. On day 4, my stool is bright red and even red when wiped. It looks like blood. Not sure also has a lot to do with red pulp too. If it has red pulp in there, then it's not likely it's going to be blood. But if you feel it's blood in like that, then you want to stop it. Okay, you want to stop it. But since you have undigested food in there, it tells me that it's not. Okay, red pulp in your stool. I would use liver and pancreas tincture and possibly a pancreas glandula, okay, to strengthen your pancreas. Because when it comes to foods, your pancreas is what is responsible. Also, you want to super chew your food. Always super chew your food. That means chew your food 30 to 40 times before you swallow. Okay, that if you did that, you won't have this issue arise. So it's chew your juice, literally, because you want to put saliva in the food. The saliva helps break things down before it gets down to the actual stomach. Okay, so it helps. Okay, I think I covered everything. Watermelon cleanse makes me feel so bloated. Which other fruit I can use for cleanse? You can use grapes. You can use any other fruit. The watermelon only cleanse group is for that purpose. It's only for the watermelon, obviously, detox. But by all means, if you can't do it, then use some other fruit. Of course, I'm sure you belong to my raw Meribee group. That group is more appropriate for just general detox for fruits and herbs, right? This is specialized for watermelon. So my blood pressure is 112/75. Is that too low? Normally around 118. Well, it's low. It's okay. It will fluctuate. Okay, but keep an eye. Textbook numbers are 120/80. Some say 120/60 is too low. 120/80 is good, but so you're not far from that. And if you feel your blood pressure is going too low, have licorice tea, or have the energy tincture on my website, or the adrenal restorative tincture on the website, because you're addressing your adrenals, help your adrenals perk up. The thing is, when you go on such a cleanse like this, it makes everything obvious. It tells you what's weak. Like you've seen on the digested food in your stool. You know now it's your liver and your pancreas, majority pancreas, okay? So you know when you have bloating, you know it's pointing to your pancreas and liver. Yeah, take your time and eat, like really super chew your food. That's what I can tell you. You know, I gotta write this down in the book coming up. You have to super chew your food. Just because it's watermelon and it's so easy to go down doesn't mean that you should swallow it. Chew it, okay? How do you test for the kidney urine filtration? So to check for urine, so what we do in detoxification is different than what you do when you go to a doctor. The doctor wants to see clear urine. We don't believe in that at all. Clear urine for us is a big problem because it shows us that there's no sediment and no metabolic waste coming out of it. But there again, the theory behind doctors is that they believe that the blood does everything. You poop and eat in the same place. No animal, nothing in existence that lives and breathes poops and eats the same place. They have a separate system to eliminate waste and a separate system to eat or to put nutrition. So in detoxification, we understand that the lymphatic system is filtered out through the kidneys, and therefore you want to see sediment and mucus strands in it. So in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, you want to urinate into a clear jar, and you pick that jar up and you look into the light, or any natural light, or even your light in your washroom, and you should see specks of mucus in there or sediment in there. Okay, that's when you know that the body is eliminating waste properly. And to prove to you that it's prove that when the kidneys are eliminating waste, you notice that when you eat bad foods. So let's say you have kidney filtration and you're eating fruits, and then you go and eat, say, proteins or starches, you will notice that sediment is a lot more than when you're eating the fruits. And that's because the amount of mucus excretion and toxins coming out is far superior than when you're on the fruits. So definitely you see more sediment in the urine. Okay, proving to you that the body does excrete waste, mucus and metabolic waste through the kidneys. Okay. So also, Linda says, why do I feel so thirsty? Well, if you're feeling thirsty, I would drink some watermelon juice, more of it, because watermelon juice is the most hydrating fruit you can eat. It will hydrate you at the cellular level. Remember that the water in watermelon is the same as it's called structured water. It's the same water in your blood, same kind of chemistry, structured water. There's only a slight difference that the body will convert. Whereas when you drink water, actual water, it has to be converted into structured water. It takes a longer time. So drinking fruit juices, freshly squeezed fruit juices, is faster to get your water hydrate than drinking water. Okay. Okay. So Pascal says, "Thank you, Morab. Feeling great, well so far on day 4. That's fantastic." Fantastic, and I appreciate the support. And that's why I'm here. I'm trying to help you guys. Do my best. Okay. Thanks for your help. Welcome, Sandra. How do you test? I cover that. Okay. My blood pressure. Yeah, so blood pressure, this seems to be a big concern. So I want, if you're able to afford it, buy, get the energy tincture or get the adrenal restorative tincture. They have herbs for the adrenals. And the adrenals, you gotta use it for a month or two, okay? Because remember, the adrenals are pretty much beat up if you're eating a standard American diet or if you're eating any kind of cooked foods or processed foods, because they have stimulants in there that affect your adrenals. And it take a little bit of time to perk it up. So you want to make sure when you're using tinctures, you're using for a good month or two, or three, because it's a healing process, a cleansing process. It takes a little bit of time, but you see benefits immediately, obviously. But for the long-term gains, you want it to stretch it out. Okay. So what about if I don't see any sediment in my urine? The color is very light. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. Just keep on checking it, but doesn't mean that you're not healing. Okay. You heal faster when you see sediment, but doesn't mean that you're not healing. Okay. So I think I covered everything. So I give a few minutes. Anybody has any questions I may have missed? Please, feel free. Why are my hands so swollen in the morning? Well, you swell when your kidneys are not filtering. Okay, that's what happens when you swell up your kidneys. It's all kidneys. Always swelling kidneys because it means your lymphatic system is stagnant. Lymphatic system will hold water to buffer acids, and therefore this will cause the swelling. You want the swelling to go. Do some dry fasting with the watermelon cleanse, or if the watermelon cleanse is too hydrating for you, you might need to stop the watermelon. Okay, and do dry fasting and regular fruits, assuming the fruits. Linda says, is it normal to lose weight? I've gone from 106 to 99. Yes, it is. And remember, this is only 5 days. So when you're done, you can eat much more alkaline vegan foods and bulk up. So it's not a concern. But again, if it's disturbing to you, you don't want to lose the weight, then you have to stop. But remember that most people are malabsorbed. And when you're malabsorbed and you're doing a detox like this, you will lose weight. Not because of low calories, of course, it's because of that, but also because you're malabsorbed. So the thin, you notice that people are walking around very, very thin. It's not because they're eating low calories, because they have malabsorption. And you can be overweight as well and still have malabsorption. Okay. And so in which case you want to use bowel cleanser and attack and clean your small intestines, okay, to pull it out. Oh, Rosie says, just want to say thank you. Everyone compliments me on my glow. Thank you for your support. I've come a long way. Absolutely. I'm proud of you, Rosie. Proud of you. You should be proud of yourself, of course. I know and hope you are. Okay? It takes a lot of mental fortitude to do this and your self-respect. Now your diet forever, even if you go back to the bad food, you always be high fruit, high raw veggies, and you're far better off than before, where you were eating just any food because you felt like it. Now you have some kind of knowledge that you shouldn't be eating these foods. Your diet should be predominantly always at least 60-70% on the fruits and the raw veggies. Okay. Sorry. So that's tinctures in here. I always have tinctures in here. Actually, because I feel like it's good to microdose rather than drink water. Why not electrify the water? How can I get a kidney tea? I'm in Ghana. We ship there. Okay, Ghana. Unfortunately, I'm from Ghana originally. The postal service is not the best, right? And they don't have like tracking, etc. in there. But we ship there regardless. It takes a bit longer of time to get to you, but we do ship there. My hands are swollen. So swollen, do the dry fasting and maybe cut down the watermelon if it doesn't go down. Okay, do a 14 to 16 hour dry fast. Okay, I think I covered everything. Feeling good so far. Probably eating too far. Okay, so I covered everything. Oh, my hair's going thicker. Lisa says, since being on a detox for 16 days. Yeah, so Lisa, if you don't mind, share these on the group, okay? It's very important you do so. When I started this conversation, this live, I said, please try and share your success stories, because anything small pushes somebody else in the right direction and helps them, and you get benefit when it comes, like it's blessings for you, because you're helping somebody to change their lives in the right path, the right way, in some small way, and this is blessings for you. That's why I always recommend that you share your experiences. It could be one line, this made me feel this way. That's it, and you're helping somebody. Do I have a cookbook to refer for us after this cleanse? No, I don't have a cookbook, but it's on the process. I'm thinking of getting one, of releasing one. It'll take me a bit of time, because although I have the knowledge in my head, I have to actually cook it and not cook it, but dehydrate it on the raw side. And even if I cook it, like alkaline vegan, I still have to get ingredients and cook it. It'll take me a bit of time. So in general, cooked foods, you want to go alkaline vegan, and raw foods, you just take the food you desire. Let's say you desire a burger, but you want it to be raw. Just put raw vegan burger up on YouTube, and you'll find many recipes. Okay. And likewise, you want alkaline vegan food and you feel like, say, curry, put alkaline vegan curry on YouTube and many will come up. Okay, I just found this live. Oh, Monica. Yeah, Monica, I answered your question. So when this is done, I'll repost it. I answer them, all your questions you asked before on the group. My mucus a lot on day 3. Any help? No, I'm getting nauseous a lot on day 3. The nausea is part of the detox symptom. Get some rest, okay, and keep an eye on it. If it's too much for you, you may have to stop the cleanse. Okay, that's for you. Ceases. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Nice name. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I covered everything, I think. Okay, I'll give it 2 minutes and I'll call it quits. So thank you again so much. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys are doing well. And remember, the goal of all this cleanse always, when I teach somebody or when I'm trying to help, and my social media is all about helping you help yourself. And it's important that you do so, you learn. So remember to get the books. Most of you have it already. My books on how to heal yourself even when you say you think you can't, and how to lose weight even when you think you can't. Okay, and they're inexpensive, but the knowledge in there is priceless. Once you get it in your head, it's on Amazon. It's for you. I don't make money on this. I really don't. Okay, not much at all. It's not worth, like, meaning it doesn't sustain by any means, shape, or form. But Amazon takes most of it, and the rest, I just recycle it and get to more people. So yeah, thank you for everything as well. Thank you. So it seems please rewatch this. And it's okay. One more question. Monica says, I'm wondering how people should handle this fast or any fast when they break it before 5 days. Oh, okay. So I've seen people break the fast prior to day 2 and intend to get back the next day. What is better? Yes, I would get back the next day. I wouldn't get back the next day. I'll get back the next meal. So let's say I was doing this cleanse and I got tempted for some reason and I had a bad food. Let's say I had rice or I had a burger, vegan burger, obviously, and I wouldn't miss the whole day. Next meal after a few hours, I'll have watermelon. That's how I would deal with it. Okay. Because you want progress moving forward. You don't want to back up. If you tell yourself, I'll do it the next day, you're setting yourself up to tell your mind that it's okay to cheat. When you cheat, we can take a day off. And you don't want that kind of mindset. You don't want that mindset. You want the mindset that I'm doing this, I'm going to win. So if you fall, next meal is watermelon. It's not next day. Don't cancel the day. Okay. Thank you, sis. God bless you for helping us. Thank you so much. Kind words. Okay, thank you so much. No McDonald's, people. No McDonald's. McDonald's is terrible. I'm sorry, but well, what can I say? I mean, you always want, if you're not going to have a little bad food, make sure you cook it yourself, or it definitely has to be vegan if you want it somewhat decent. And if you're going to buy it, make sure you spend the money and buy a quality one. Don't buy fast food stuff, because it's done poorly and there's a lot of chemicals in there, and it's really not good for you at all. Okay. Okay, I did have a few slices of cucumbers and a few cherry tomatoes. Does not stop? No, it doesn't stop the detox. If it's raw, it doesn't stop the detox. Yes. Okay. I guess I'll call it a day now. Okay. Let's see. Tom says, "Thank you for all you do. The world needs more healers like you." Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Tom. Thank you so much. But I'm trying to teach you so you can become a healer as well. Okay. And the healing doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be special. Like, I mean, I'm a herbalist. I went to school for herbalism. I went to school for detoxification. My point is, I've fully educated myself on the topic. But the actual healing process, it comes from experience. And experience comes by first working on yourself, and then helping other people. But the whole teaching, very simple, is fruits and herbs. And I'm actually setting up. I'm intending to set up a school, but it won't be a school like an official school. It'll be like an academy. Let's say you want to help your kidneys, strengthen your kidneys, then it'll be like kidney school. You go in there. There'll be a small fee. You go in there. It has all the videos on the kidneys. Kidney, and then maybe a small protocol, the herbs to use. Like, I'll actually break down the herbs for you, and that to give you some education on how to take care of the kidneys on a broad sense, right? Tell me if you actually like the idea, if it's a good idea, if you would get into it. It will be inexpensive, be fairly inexpensive, and it will be like, a 3-month thing, or you pay as long as you want. If you want to go for, it open for you 3 months, and you use it for 3 months, etc. Of course, but always my videos are always going to be on YouTube. Okay. I will always share my knowledge But I'm saying if you want to go to a specialized so-called school, which I would host, then I'm in the process of creating it for people who want to be a part of it. But I'd like to get your input on that. If it's, thank you so much. So she said I would subscribe to that academy. Yeah, I think it'd be a fantastic idea. And then because I'm getting so many people, I can't keep up with my direct messages. So that school will be a way of reaching out to me and my team if you had a question that you needed answered. Whereas social media right now, I can't keep up. It's past the point where that every question I answer, I get 3 more, and just one person, so I can't keep up. Okay. So thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I gotta go, but I'm here to answer your questions. Love each other, help each other, support each other. Please, no hate on the group, no disrespect in the group. We're here to only help and heal each other, help each other heal. So let's keep each other accountable and loving and kind, and we'll do very well. Okay, and I'll come back again, hopefully tomorrow, and for the 5 days, and then I want you guys to share your success results. Maybe on the 6th day, I'll hold a live where people can actually express their success stories, and I'll read it out loud. Okay, so have a wonderful rest of the evening, and bless you.